Hey, so with the ever-evolving meta, Fortnite has taken some drastic turns. We see epic release updates every single week, and with so many updates, we're in for more surprises, which is why we're bringing you another list of important tips you should know straight from the pros. This time, we're going to be hitting you with 5 incredible tips that you need to implement today to start winning. Soon, you'll not only be dominating an arena, but you'll be placing in tournaments. All right, guys, it's Keith Allen. You guys ready to do this? Let's get it. So coming in at number 5, we're going to be discussing how to stay protected while engaging in close quarters. I'm sure you've had it with those pesky third parties. Non-stop interference when trying to go in for a kill? Ooh. Have you ever gotten someone to 1 HP, and while trying to claim the kill, you get lasered? Trust me, we've all been through it. This can all be solved by simply boxing yourself. This is a technique that is super vital when W-King competitive. Yet many players, I don't know why, forget to use it. When pushing somebody in the mid-game, you'll have dozens of players trying to sneak shots at you from within their boxes. Scrim lobbies are almost always full of turtle wars, and many players spread out across the map in 1-by-1s. This can get super frustrating while fighting and can result in losing lots of health, sometimes even costing you your entire game. Imagine doing so well just to end up losing because you got lasered. The good news is, there's a simple fix to prevent this. When you decide to commit to a close-range fight, create a box around yourself to prevent any pesky AR spammers as you push your opponent. This is going to keep you covered, and it's going to make getting third-party less likely. Check out Dubs in action. Oh my goodness, it's a super great habit of his and he demonstrates it perfectly. So, as you can see, it works like a charm. But be careful though. This technique won't always work perfectly because sometimes opponents will just spray at you. But regardless, it'll help you considerably, especially in high-level lobbies. One of the biggest advantages that you can have in a competitive Fortnite is a powerful loadout. We've all been through those moments where we were wandering around begging for a shotgun and all we got was an SMG. Recently, Epic has added a lot of shotguns to the game, so now you're less likely to leave the start zone without one. Every pro player knows the advantage a pump or combat shotgun has over a tactical though. Even when you get a landing spot all to yourself, sometimes you'll search over 10 chests and never really get a great loadout. Has that happened to you? If you watch any top tier players and just see how they set up the early game, you're going to notice a lot of them base their loot routes around vending machines. Now, why pick a weird route just because it has vending machines? You actually have a 66% chance of vending machines being purple or legendary quality. The benefits of this are that they're granting insane loot like heavy snipers, pump shotguns, and RPGs. Even with the occasional blue vending machines, you can still get useful things like campfires and shields. So you just need to create for yourself a loot route that has a few vending machines. Not only will this benefit you tremendously, but it'll also ensure you staying moving from place to place. A loot route can also help you avoid becoming too stationary. Staying too long in one spot isn't smart, guys. People are always rotating in, and due to Fortnite being very fast-paced, you want to stay moving around the map unless, of course, you're in a late-game turtle. Creating a loot route that can hit 2 to 3 vending machines will give you all the loot you need to get high kill gains and obtain better placement. So, as you can see, there are some incredible places to land. Tilted, Paradise, Hamlet all offer an abundance of loot while still possessing 3 or more vending machines. But that's not all. There are also many other incredible loot routes you can create based off of this map. Number 3 comes hand in hand with our previous tip. Most players focus on getting an essential loadout like an AR, shotgun, SMG, and heals, right? This is probably the most popular loadout and works great, but guess what? There's actually a more reliable way to build your loadout. Having 3 guns isn't optimal at the pro level, but why, you may be asking? Because you can't carry many utility items. Most pro players only run around with a shotgun and a spray weapon. This, in turn, gives availability for other items. Their additional slots are filled with things like gas grenades, stinks, RPGs, or a heavy sniper. The reason why these players focus so much on utility over guns is that the utility items enable you to end fights extremely fast. Okay, check this out. Imagine this. You have an AR, shotgun, and SMG. Your chances of getting a kill are less likely than with 3 stinks, a shotgun, and an SMG. Simply because stinks do damage through boxes and force an enemy to expand. Spray weapons won't force them out. Things like stink grenades, boogie bombs, and regular grenades all give an insane advantage over players. Explosives force players to waste a lot of their materials. Okay, boogie bombs can allow 1 free power shot on someone. Heavy snipers help with wall replaces and jumping into players' boxes. And stink grenades can be good for zoning your enemy and finishing someone off. So, as you can see, there are many different ways to utilize your loadout effectively. It really comes down to learning how to take utility over guns to allow you to end fights faster, and allow you to get your ideal loadout through eliminations and not looting. So, why waste 10 minutes looting when you can get 10 minutes worth of looting in 30 seconds from killing a player? So coming in at number 2, we have using creative maps to effectively boost your productivity. Ever since Epic released this game mode, Fortnite went from a BR to a quasi-Minecraft. Creative mode allows you to build anything from amazing maps to simulating storm wars and aim maps, all for your benefit. Now, let's get into how these maps help you out. So storm wars have tick damage and simulate a real in-game environment while still helping tremendously with competitive practice. Storm Wars also allow you to fight 15 other people with random loadouts and the same amount of materials as real games. Some of the maps even include pre-built structures, which would be fantastic practice. This imitates how late-game competitive feels and can help you improve really fast, guys. Other creative games like Turtle Wars, editing, and aim maps are also incredible at helping you achieve specific goals. Turtle Wars allows you to warm up your aim, reflexes, and editing. This is very useful since most in-game scrim fights end up in box fights. 1v1s help the building aspect and allow you to practice your building skills against a friend or at random. It's well known that a lot of these flashy techniques are all a big part of Fortnite's competitive scene, especially in the mid-game. Not to mention, build fights in creative can also help you get used to new keybinds. Editing courses are probably the best way to warm up. Unfortunately, a lot of these creative games take many people to play, but there's a simple workaround. You know, there are many resources that you can use to either host or get into stack lobbies. There are all kinds of Fortnite discords as well as a Fortnite subreddit. Or you can also utilize the Playgrounds fill feature, which puts you and 15 other random players in a map together. Sure, some people may get annoying, but you know, there's always a mute feature. So before you start games, guys, hop into a few maps and start dominating. And our number 1 most important tip is staying up to date on the current meta. Now, this may sound simple, but any Fortnite player that has been playing for a while will tell you there's always something new to learn. Fortnite is a game that is constantly changing. I mean, new techniques are being discovered almost every single day. That could be whether it's new phasing tips, new ways to rotate, or new aiming techniques. You know, staying up to date with the meta helps ensure that you don't fall behind. There was one time a couple seasons back, I had taken a few weeks off, and I came back, I felt totally lost. Can you imagine? And that was only for a few weeks. Imagine breaking for months. You know, another useful resource to stay informed about all the latest techniques is the Fortnite competitive subreddit. It's an incredible resource that allows anybody to post the latest moves, clips, and things they've discovered from Fortnite. Now, don't worry, these are mods, so it's going to be spammed with nonsense. Another incredible way to stay up to date is watching the important channels, whether it be ProGuides or any other insane channel that posts useful content. You know, we also offer many top-tier coaches who are heavily involved in the current Fortnite meta. Following certain YouTube channels that provide useful information can help a lot as well. A very important Fortnite player once said, "Who is wise? One who learns from everyone." This is an important concept because, you know, whether it be an average player or a top-tier pro, people are always discovering new Fortnite moves and techniques every single day. Fortnite is constantly growing and possibilities are exceeding our expectations, so stay informed. And finally, guys, don't take things too seriously. What do I mean by this? Don't get all worked up just over a simple death or loss, guys. While Fortnite is a great way to potentially earn more money, you save a lot more by not getting upset. Learn from your mistakes, have a positive attitude, and I promise you guys, you're gonna start rocking. So before we end this video, let's go over some things we've learned, okay? Boxing yourself before taking a close range fight. Make sure to cover yourself while pressuring. Customizing loot routes with vending machines. Find an optimal looting route to better ensure guaranteed loot. Maximizing your loadout. Don't take too many guns. Use utilities instead. Practice and creative, guys, whether it be Storm or Turtle Wars. Use them. Stay up to date with the current meta. I can't stress this enough. Watch Fortnite channels. Hey guys, once again, this is Keith Allen. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hey, let us know what you want to see next, and we'll get it ready for you. If you want to connect with me on my Instagram, I would love to hear from you, okay? Come on, holla at your boy. We'll see you soon.